folks? Welcome back to the Bamcast podcast. Bamcast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boom Draw Physics for the intro song, Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence. While you're here, check out youtubebright.com, promo code BAM10, get 10% off anything you have ordered. And in the link below, we're sound ambassadors for Epidemic Sound, and there's a new campaign going on right now. So, click on that link, get yourself 60 days of royalty-free music, directly help the pod. Don't know, for all your creative needs. Well, here with me as always is the faithful co-host Bobby B.
Don't know.
And we are back, and we have the big mic, so we have the good audio. Oof, I've missed the big mics are a lot to walk around and set up with, but I want the good audio, man.
Martin's an audio whore.
I am an audio whore. Wait, hold on. You gonna call? Didn't you download all your music in high school in like super high bit rates?
Not super high. 320 kilobits isn't super high.
I'm a new
128 is just blah. No, bro, come on, man. Martin, come on. And that, you know that what I am talking about is not even close to the realm of the sound, the snobbery
and
that you exude.
And I'm the audio nerd. Well, it's my job.
Exactly.
It's literally my job. I produce podcasts for myself and for other people and a radio show.
Them 128 kilobits files might be 3.58 megabytes. But then 320 kilobits sound so much better.
Nothing does sound nicer than a WAV file, bro. A nice.
Yeah. I don't have room for a 100 megabyte song.
100 megabyte song. Stay there, dog. I want some nice 16-bit clear WAV audio. That's at least a gig. That's at least a gig.
Some flacky shit.
I mean, preferably just WAV. You know what I mean? Like, those are good files. Files to send to clients and shit is Bro, MP3 320.
Raw files are incredibly large for no matter what file format, sound, video, picture, whatever. Raw,
because it's
files, raw, just massive. Raw or no?
Yeah, what were you saying before we even? What were you saying before we even started this podcast? Limp Bizkit was signed to Young Money.
I think so. We have
the Googles,
the unending, ever-reaching power of the
overlord Google. As we take off these headphones, that has to be one of the weirdest facts we've spit in a while, which goes in line with tonight's topic, by the way, folks. Tonight's topic is, what's the most interesting / weird fact that you know? So we're going to be reeling off a lot of those.
Yeah, he signed with Cash Money, not Young Money. He signed with Cash Money.
There you go. That doesn't seem like it would fit.
There was a lot of weird signings happening at that time. I don't remember anymore, but because that one really stood out. But that was around the time when
I just see Max Live.
You remember the other white guy that was doing the kind of rock music with Eminem? Sorry, with Lil Wayne. Why did I say Eminem? He is the white guy who normally did the music with
the
Lil
white
Wayne.
Guy.
But the rock music, they did that song. Oh Lord, it was massive at the time. How am I not remembering this?
I'll come back to you when we're talking about other things.
I watch this. I bet you just watch the. I was going to search for rock and Lil Wayne on YouTube, but then I remember he also had that shit. He had a phase.
Yeah, where he
had that guitar and was just strumming it.
He was a quote unquote rocker.
A couple discordant tunes.
The only rapper to become a quote unquote rock music person successfully is MGK, and that's because that made sense.
Kevin Rudolph, Let It Rock.
Boom. I remember that song now.
Slap.
I remember that song.
MGK, all right, let me put it this way. I have at times had ratings for the music you make. But bro, you are obviously a cunt.
You used to lose your shit for a while, boy.
Leave Slipknot alone.
What did he do to Slipknot?
Leave Eminem alone.
Nah, you keep going at Eminem because Eminem needs
be happy
fodder.
With your amazing woman and just stop talking.
Megan Fox.
Make music. If people listen to it, great. If not,
you liked his shift to rock. Well, that one song.
He's a couple of the rock songs he's put out. I fuck with. Even some of the rap rock songs I fuck with. But and as he said, Wild Boy. Anytime I hear Wild Boy, I drive fast. I don't listen to it for that reason.
Bitch. Call me Steve. Oh, I'm a
that
boy.
song him have with Chief Keef.
Mm-hmm.
Young Man. Fire. Gas. I hear that shit.
Speeding.
I can't listen to, that's the issue. I can't listen to MGK when I drive. Most of the time I listen to music is when I'm driving.
You have to listen to him in traffic because you can't drive through the car in front of you.
It's pure Tyrone music.
It's fair. Fair.
That deep-seated Tyrone within.
I was watching a channel earlier in the week and they were talking about songs that just hit different.
Tyrone, big up yourself.
Big up yourself anywhere you that Tyrone. Did you know that Shook Ones was banned in Canada for a little while? Like the original song, I don't know. But they were saying like that song, it was banned from like public place.
Yes, they were the Shook Ones,
But when that beat start, no matter what you're doing, your face screw up a little bit and your head start bounce. No matter what. We can't play any of that song. It's the most famous beat in hip hop ever.
99, from the 99 to the 2000s. What's that one go? It's not Shook One, some other one. I can't remember.
Oh, because I was like, that's not Shook Ones.
No, obviously not Shook Ones,
bro. When Shook Ones start, like, everybody's head goes, for all the killers and the $100 billers. Yeah, that's a real... What dancehall song has that effect? Well, a lot of them, but not... What current dancehall song? Yahoo Boys.
I was about to say
Yahoo Boys.
Scammer music.
Scammer music hit different, dog. And I hate you guys, but Scammer music hit different.
Shift is an exceptional song. Like, outside of the violence and the glorification of said violence in the song, Gunman Shift is like the production, the lyrical delivery. I've listened to it. I do listen to it a million times a day. Still do. Haven't lost any appeal to me. I don't feel... I feel away listening to it sometimes in traffic. I know people looking at the brown youth in the big van listening to the Gunman song and like, no.
Who probably sells drugs.
Yeah, it's like they're probably looking at me and going, look at this drug dealer. I'm just like, no, drug dealers would fix up their van. I
feel that way about my car.
Two, no. So yeah, I don't. But there's the Scammer music.
Scammer music can play anytime of day.
But like even,
anytime of
like
day.
Gunman Shift, let me tell you what. It's a song about killing people, yes.
Most songs.
No.
Well, no, that's not true. Just a lot of songs I happen to listen to.
Gun music was banned on the radio, which is why man like Massacre career took a big hit. Cause Massacre basically only makes gun music, or his best songs are gun music. Yeah. So he took when Broadcasting Commission did ban gun music from the airways, man like him did take a big hit.
Internet.
But Gunman Shift is a song about killing people that can be played unedited on the radio for the most part. Outside of editing curse words, there are none of the lyrics that are edited, even though there's a part in it where it's like, yo, I want you dash him when nobody can find him. That plays on the radio unedited. Just like there's nothing wrong with the words, but the message.
Nah.
It's like weed is my best friend plays unedited on the radio. I don't know if it still does. It definitely used to.
Why is the church still a thing? That's not the topic. That's not the topic for the night. That's not the topic for the night. Right?
Oh man.
Let me finish that question.
Oh man.
When Jamaica will understand the concept of church and state, because right now
my right-wing conservative country,
church is the state.
It's not. It just has a very big lobby, a very powerful lobby. It's like guns in America. Guns are like a religion.
The church is the state.
Guns are like a religion in America. And
they are a religion.
Very big lobby.
American God reference.
They control something there. They control a lot of the political decisions with the power of this lobby.
Which makes you a...
But as I'm saying, the analog to that in Jamaica is the church, which is literally the religion.
The state.
No.
If you have a
no.
If you have a controlling interest in the state,
they don't have a controlling interest.
You don't think so?
They can just influence the decisions of the state, and because so much of the people buy into what the church sells, the state has to appease the church in order to appease the people,
resulting in a controlling influence,
in corruption.
Yeah.
But the church is not responsible for corruption. Corruption is just there.
The man just danced all the way to New Mexico and back to come back and be like, yeah, fair.
No, I never said no at any point in the night. It's corruption. It's not anything more or less. It's just corruption. Basic, plain old...
Good old yard.
Good old corruption.
Oh, we're coming to you, by the way, at 12:26.
Nothing.
Just so you guys know. All right, so
what was the topic?
Topic of the pod is... Topic of the evening. What's the most interesting / weird facts that you know?
Shania, big up
Guys,
yourself.
guys and ladies listening along, anywhere you are anywhere you get podcasts, or if you're watching on
What was
YouTube.
the theme?
Oh, the theme. What is the most interesting / weird fact that you know? So, if you're listening, no matter where you're listening, or if you're watching it on YouTube, just if you don't hear anything that you know, we're gonna go through our list. Just shoot them in the comments below. Don't message me on WhatsApp or iMessage to tell me them. Interaction works way better when you guys comment below. I appreciate the messages though. Don't know. So, leading comment, leading one. If you eat a polar bear liver, you will die.
You'll die from vitamin A poisoning.
Humans cannot process that much vitamin A. Didn't know that.
I knew that.
Didn't know that. I'm not
That's
surprised.
one in the repository.
Oh no, I'm not surprised.
Back.
You're gonna know half of these, bro. God.
But yo, fun fact about polar bears:
Mm-hmm.
their skin is black. Their fur is
Translucent, isn't it?
transparent.
It's completely transparent. Yeah, and also
See-through.
the white from the ice, the albedo effect.
It reflects. It's like a fiber optic cable.
Mm-hmm.
The light hits the hair and bounces around inside of the hair and
Make you look
reflects
white.
every single color, so you get white light.
Here, next
But
one.
they have black skin so that they can absorb as much heat radiation as possible. Physics.
Living in is what somebody did say about polar bears that did blow change my perspective. Every other animal in the world generally lives in an area where there's vegetation. Polar bears don't. What them eat? Just things. There's no roughage. There's no vegetation. There's no supplementing diet. Like some bears might like go berries and want to supplement. No.
Meat.
It's death. To survive, it must kill. But it's like sharks. Next one. The woolly
Land sharks.
Hmm?
Land sharks.
Land monsters. The woolly mammoth was around when the pyramids were being built.
Yes.
I did know that. I did.
Fun fact: woolly mammoths. It might be possible that in our lifetime that they clone one.
Yep. I don't know why they want to.
Nobody watched Jurassic Park.
Alright, yo, previous. I was thinking about this the other day, and I was stoned and I was mentioning this. There are a lot of things science can do.
Mm-hmm.
Who asks, should you do it? Is that where philosophy comes in?
There are ethics commissions. However, if you are a private scientist with the funding, you can do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's not illegal, I guess.
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of facts I've been
in order
learning.
for your research to be accepted, it generally has to be done within ethical grounds. However, most of the most groundbreaking research done in medical science, in both like physical sciences and psychology, were done with unethical studies.
Snails have 5 assholes. Why?
Cool.
Why? You see, this is another thing, right? This falls right in line with what I was just saying. Yeah, you can know that. Why do you know that?
I didn't know that. I'm not.
But why did
I'm
anybody
not
need to
big
know
on
that?
asshole facts.
Why
I'm not
did-
big on asshole facts.
Why
at
did
all.
anybody need to know that?
Like I know that there's something there. What was it? I read it somewhere. Your lips and your asshole are made out of the same tissue.
Yeah. Yo, when I was in high school,
Which is crazy because the inside of your mouth and the inside of the vagina is the same tissue.
the nurse did say that in high school, and one
shit
of the man
crazy.
them nearly cut off him hand. Brother. We in grade 7, dog, and this first part of grade 7, and the nurse is like, all right, boys, everybody, your hands clean, Okay, put your finger in your mouth, rub your cheek, and everyone's like rubbing their cheek, and then for some reason, it was sex ed, she mentioned similar tissues, so it will be a similar feel, and somebody in the back ball out, man, I feel up their mouth, boom, and class
Wow. That
fell
was the end of
apart.
class.
Fell apart,
class
man.
right there.
Prince,
All boys school.
like no, they got the laughter under control in like 10 minutes. But there's a lot of things you shouldn't do in a dog. You shouldn't do in a man. You really shouldn't. It's amazing.
Is it like is that what they say? Well, you don't know to hurt you.
But why does anybody? Why? Here's my question. Why did you want to know how many assholes a snail had? Not you, the person who found that out.
I don't think they wanted to know. You're just
Just
doing
a happy
research.
coincidence?
You're just doing research.
You
You
got-
have to know. You have to count the parts of the body. An asshole is a body part.
That's
It's
really
like-
funny.
It's like birds have no asshole.
there's one big hole, a
It's
cloaca.
it's a vagina.
I think you did say on another pod that you have a virgin that they call egg batty food.
Egg is batty food. And say come out covered in shit, so don't eat it because it's batty food. I was like, that's
know-
not how it works, but okay, bro. It's a personal choice. You're free to make that. More eggs for me.
J.R.R. Tolkien, author of Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit,
Guys, yeah.
and Hitler fought against one another in the Battle of. Is that Somme? Is that how I pronounce
Battle
that?
of the Somme.
There you go.
Yeah.
World War II. Really?
Yeah, war fool in the dog.
Bad.
Enough man dead in them battle there, you know? Like thousands, hundreds of thousands of man dead. Can you imagine the smell?
We've said it on pods,
Like
dog.
I can't get over it. That's why I keep saying it. History must have smelled so bad. Before sanitation, before like indoor plumbing, before understanding germ theory, like oh my god.
Yo,
Oh my god. It would have been such a filthy thing.
glass can be made from more than just sand. Basically, anything that melts can be made into glass. You just have to cool it off cool off the molten material before its molecules have time to realign into what they were before they melted. So, don't know for a fact, but based on this, I'm going to guess that when you melt it, you denature the structural bond that would cause the whatever lattice the shape would have,
Yeah,
and then you just
solid to liquid.
and then you just reset it,
Yeah.
and then in the reset state, it would then form a lattice from there. Glass flows, by the way,
Glass
guys.
used to be formed like old glass was formed in a conical manner because they only used to be able to make small round things, and they would do is basically pour the liquid glass in the middle of a sheet pan, and then it would flow outwards from the middle, and like they'd shake it around, so you'd always have this like this conical dispersion because obviously as they pour it off, it's cooling as it spreads. But then eventually they developed a float method. So basically they pour the glass onto, I don't remember, some other medium that the liquid glass floats on, so they can make one big sheet of it, and then that's what they use to make panes of glass. Colored glass is made by putting different minerals in with it. You have volcanic glass, which
Yes, obsidian.
is obsidian. You have
Which is
lightning
black,
glass,
very,
which is
very-
when lightning hits sand. And glass is made from sand, silica at least.
Yeah,
Sand is mostly silica.
You have shot glass too, you know. Impact glass.
From
Things
meteorites.
falling from high spaces.
But the heat, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily, right? Because
The heat and the pressure.
geologist brain. So, you know how you think of sedimentary, volcanic, and metamorphic rock? All right, sedimentary.
Nice. Nice?
I don't remember which one Nice is.
GNEISS.
Yeah, I don't remember which one Nice is right now.
Nice, okay.
But all right, so sedimentary. Like you'll have different size stuff that'll make a sedimentary rock, but no matter what, it's the same
It's the
process.
shit that settles.
Boom. Volcanic rock. Main differences in the volcanic rocks is the mineral content.
Igneous?
The mineral content of the magma itself, and the time in which it cools. Faster it cool, smaller crystals.
So that's
Longer it
that's
cool.
like basalt. Okay.
Faster it cool, smaller crystals. Longer it cools, bigger crystals. Metamorphic rocks now. Picture a graph with a S scale, a S curve, and then you cut that curve into thirds. That's the grades of metamorphic rock.
How much it can metamorph?
It's a combination of heat and pressure, but how much of each, because you always have equal amounts. Sometimes it's more than one, sometimes more than other. Sometimes it's constant. So that forms a bunch of different properties in your metamorphic
I just
rocks.
remember this amazing thing that I forgot to tell you about, and you're an archaeologist, so
What's that?
you really appreciate it. There is evidence of a natural nuclear reactor that existed on this planet thousands of years ago.
Go again?
A natural nuclear reactor that existed on this planet thousands of years ago.
Go
Based on the radioactive material present in the ground there, and it was capped by like an impenetrable rock, just like it would be in a how you would encase radioactive fuel in an impenetrable shield in a radioactive power plant nowadays, just like that naturally. And there was water that would flood it, but it wasn't enough to submerge it, just enough to set off the chemical reaction and cool it long enough to keep it running. As the chemical reaction got hot, it would burn off the water. It would all evaporate. The reaction would burn itself out. Then eventually rain would fall again. It would cool down, water would come back in, it would restart and keep going. Happened for thousands of years. Wow. And
damn,
obviously it powered nothing.
Yeah, but
It was just a thing that existed in
God
rock.
damn,
but
Earth.
it's a literal nuclear reactor that happened naturally. I think it was called Oklo, O-K-L-O. I think it was somewhere in Africa or somewhere in Europe.
I was picture in the process in my head right now. Damn, Earth.
I can find you.
Yo, Earth, you scary, you know, dog.
Bro, archaeology, I tell you, I have a really, really deep appreciation for archaeology because
It's cool.
we live on a floating rock, flying through space at like hundreds of thousands of kilometers per hour.
Flying through infinity, essentially.
Flying through in like space. Like I don't think people really consider the word space.
Yeah, we're on a
Like,
orbiting
Bro,
a
God, when you said to
burning
somebody,
ball of gas
give
flying
me some
through
space.
infinity.
When you said to someone, yo, give me some space, what are you asking them for? You're asking them for some distance. You're asking them for a void. You're asking them for, give me some more absence of things. Give me some more nothingness between us. What do we call everything outside of the planet we live on? Space.
Ever expanding.
It's just a void. It's nothing out there. And we live on this thing that somehow supports life.
Luckily. Well, we say luckily, some people call that divinity. Either which one. You guys have you guys have to admit it's a pretty sick this thing we call life.
A picture of the first ever picture of another solar system.
Saw that.
Or at least what seemed to be a solar system.
Saw that. I indeed saw that. You know they said the universe is ever expanding?
Yeah, there was a
question before you go off. So the universe is ever expanding. Into what?
That's what I was about to tell you now.
It has it to expand. You have to have something to expand into.
My throat is itching.
I'm also really dumb. So if you guys know the answer to this and I'm talking complete shit, feel free to correct me below.
I was watching Cosmos, when Cosmos did boss. Cosmos was a fantastic watch. Even better when you're first.
Black science guy.
Neil
deGrasse Tyson.
Science Cleveland. There was a Italian, probably, philosopher, scientist, whatever.
Why probably?
Okay, they were the niggas who thought about things.
They had time.
The Romans, the Italians, those people. But anyway, he said he had a dream that he went to the edge of the universe and there was a wall. And he said, look at it this way. If I go to the edge of the universe and there's a wall and I climb to the top of that wall and I fire an arrow, it will either go on forever or will hit another wall from which I can climb on top of and fire another arrow, which will either go on forever or hit another wall from which I can climb on top of and fire another. And so on and so forth. So therefore, whether it is bounded or boundless, the universe is endless. It's ever expanding. There is no edge, no limit, no end.
That's an insane concept to think of, That's an insane concept to think of. What was insane
to me was when same Cosmos, I think it said that basically the universe is so big that no matter where you are in the universe, if you look up, it looks like you're in the middle.
Yeah. I remember that.
You can't see an edge.
I remember that.
As far as you're concerned, you are in the middle of the universe.
Yeah, I remember that. Like from premier perspective, no matter how far and where you go, the universe is so vast and endless. Your perspective will be a dead center in the middle.
Based on our understanding of physics, which is limited to just what exists on our realm of understanding, which is on this planet.
That fine line between like logic and magic.
Genuinely, like based on that, the universe, the Big Bang started it, right? So you have an explosion of energy. Eventually, this energy was finite, maybe immeasurable by us, but it must have had a number, some magnitude.
Yeah.
So therefore, if an explosion of one will get you 1 mile, an explosion of the Big Bang will get you how many millions, billions, trillions, quintillions of miles. But at some point, it must run out of energy, it must stop, and it must start shrinking again.
Yes.
So based on our understanding, there's a theory that at some point, the Big Bang energy will run out, and considering we believe the Big Bang was 13, almost 14 billion years ago.
A long fucking time. I ain't even Googling that.
So, it will eventually reach a maximum point and then start coming back in on us.
Yeah, I remember that.
But there's also the thing about our sun running out of fuel.
Yeah, that would happen before that, ideally.
Yeah.
Marky, all this would happen way after we dead. So this is a future you problem. So
Not even, like, humanity will be long gone. There might
Ideally.
not even be life on Earth at this point. Like a solar flare. No, we had a last major solar flare event to hit the Earth was in the late 1800s, I think. And the only major electronic technology at the time was telegraphs.
Telegraphs and some primitive type of lines and stuff.
And it burnt out the whole telegraph
In
system.
one go.
If I can't remember the name of it, whatever it was. If that shit happened today,
We'd
all
be
electronics, planes would fall out the fucking sky.
We'd be, if you had a solar event that was to hit the Earth, that nuked, essentially it would create a
big EMP,
an organic EMP that would knock everything out. Your banking gone, your communication gone, vehicles gone, operation gone. How would life survive after? How would you survive with nothing, Sam?
She'd die.
How would you survive? No social media, no electricity of any kind.
Nothing electrical.
Pumps gone.
Yeah.
What?
We'd have to go river go catch water.
How long you think you'd live?
Sounds like I would just.
Someone said take me up with the EMP.
That's me going off the edge. I'm out. Send the mothership down for me too.
It's not that
How my toilet going flush your toilet? Don't use electricity.
No, but you need water to the
from
pump.
the NWC.
You need
fine.
Yes, what you going to do? How you going to survive? Like
Get rainwater.
You'd have to fall back to primitive living.
Catch rainwater. Yeah, tell you I'm going to watch those videos on YouTube. I need to watch it now before that solar event hits.
And like just store it in the back of your brain.
Yeah.
You'd
run. The focus I remember how to make the water hammer.
The water? Oh.
Yeah, it's basically it catches.
Yeah.
So it drops a big stone repeatedly without you having to be there.
Automation.
Yeah. In nature.
Boy. I wonder how long humanity would survive. I wonder how long humanity would survive.
No, bro.
Realistically.
If a zombie apocalypse would happen, I don't care about survival tactics. I'm going.
I'm gonna be a zombie.
I'm out. Like I'm not gonna be a hero. Like outside of trying to save my immediate family, I'm out.
I've said this before and I'll say it again, and I firmly believe this to the bottom of my heart. If an extinction event occurs, I don't want to be the survivors who have to then rebuild humanity. No
thanks. I'm out.
I want to go in the extinction.
Mad Max? No.
Whatever,
kill me before that.
Whatever caused them to get there.
Yeah, kill me with that.
When the asteroid coming, I don't want to see it. I want it to fall on me.
There's a Japanese man who survived both
nuclear
bombings.
I did hear that the other day.
And no.
The man survived both.
No.
Right. So the story goes, right? And you guys can look it up. So this is the abridged version to the story.
So that was in Hiroshima the day the first bomb dropped.
The day the first bomb dropped. And then the man leaves from there. He is horrific.
I need to go home to my family.
He is horrific. He survives the bombing, right?
Where my family lives.
Hold on. But he is horrifically burned over his entire body. So much so that when he eventually got back to his families and the doctors or whatever, his family couldn't identify him, and the doctors were surprised he survived. And while there, the sky lights up for the second bomb.
I can
and
just imagine him turning around going, bomb buckler. Like that, he wouldn't even know the word. As a Japanese
There
man,
wasn't a word
the
for atomic
only
bomb yet. It
reaction-
was called skyfire. The word that they used translate to skyfire.
The only reaction for that could have been bomboclat. Like,
And-
not in Japanese.
And bomber
in
class,
English.
bomber class is a universal feeling, by the
He
way.
would the only reaction to that.
Bomber
Man,
class.
I'm not saying what the yo.
Brother, two?
I said just last week this reached me.
No, it was the day before. Or however,
no, it was like 5 days
It was
apart.
however long between the bombings. It wasn't a full week
No, it wasn't a
between
full
them.
week. It was less than a full week. It was a couple of days. But
Bro,
man just
God,
say, yo,
couple days between two atomic
couple days ago
bombs.
this reached me. And look on this blood clot. You know?
And nobody knew what like the bomb really was. So the man was like trying to describe to them like the man's there in the doctor's office trying to describe the explosion to them,
sky
and
just
then
lit up
and
and
then
he
the
just
sky
disappeared.
the sky lights up and the man goes like that. Oh fuck.
When the doctor look at him, dog, what do you mean the sky lit up? Like the sun rose? Man said, no,
The
like
sky-
that.
Fuck.
Just no, dog, yo, y'all. I don't think people understand
To
the
survive
destruction of that weapon. Sometimes
I
it literally there are shadows of people still.
I need you guys
in the cities.
I need you guys to
nowadays.
understand this too before Bob goes off on the explanation, because I did have to explain this to somebody the other day. The bomb don't hit ground. So
No.
that it don't hit ground and go boom.
Yeah.
It blows up above. So you get a pressure wave down, and then the burning, and then everything else, and then it has to pull back in.
Yeah.
To go off.
So there are shadows of people. There are like some steps, the famous ones where there's like an imprint of people.
Yeah, like that.
Left on the steps, like a shadow, and
Because they were just obliterated,
it's
vaporized.
like
You're turned from a
what the
solid
ball sack name?
the ball
The
sack.
living ball sack.
Test. Oh,
The living ball sack that did snapping fingers.
and I did Thanos.
Thanos.
I hate that you called him a
Thanos.
living ball sack.
But that's why I'm on the ridges.
Bro,
So he can retract when it's cold.
all the meat and liquid and solid shit that is a human in one instant, charcoal.
No, just no, nothing.
Isn't
You
all
go from
outline
a
suit?
person to
Isn't all,
no, it's their life essence just burnt
It's
into
his damn
concrete.
soul.
You laugh, it is.
The man says damn soul. Man.
It's a literal shadow, man.
Man
It's,
say you need for God Jesus, brother.
The
You
bomb-
sold up on the
the
wall.
atomic bomb was a light so bright it killed you.
It was a. Oh yeah. I mean, technically aren't all bombs. No, but that one let it start, brother.
The
man-
worst breeze ever.
Oppenheimer, the man who made it, quoted the Bhagavad Gita. I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Because one of the most terrifying quotes of the capabilities of these weapons is a current weapon that them have now. I don't remember which one of the weapons it is, but the scientist who created it said, "Yo, this should never be used in war because it would essentially be like taking a part of the sun and placing it upon the earth. That it wouldn't make much. It wouldn't make much sense to us. Why you make something like can vaporize the atmosphere?
I mean, the biggest bomb ever exploded, blew out a piece of an island where they tested it. Outside of that's the biggest non-atomic bomb, by the way, the SAR bomber. But the thing is, nowadays we don't need big bombs. Nowadays, them the dirty bombs.
Dirty bombs.
So biological, yes.
Oh.
So it's a bomb that explodes above ground level, but it spreads like aerosolized anthrax.
Oh God, yo,
Or something like
tangent, complete tangent. Just because we're talking about this explode above ground, blah blah blah. So there's a new power that was introduced in my here. I just want to describe it to you because the application of it falls in line with what we're talking about now. The name of the power is called new, or is this shit I watch, but is a power I'm describing. So just pre the power. The power is anything you touch and call the name of, you can then implement a rule over it, any kind of rule.
Nothing.
And you can implement any kind of rule. So the hero, see? So you what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Then when you see it in application, my brain just went mad creative because I can't imagine writing for a power like that, right? So picture someone on top of a bomber, like literally a superhero on top of a bomber, and there's a person in front of you, the jet stream blowing to you. She hold her hand up, touch the air, and says, for here to 100 meters in front of me, the atmosphere will cease to exist. And the person was within that range, and the atmosphere was stripped away. And you just saw the eyes go red like it was in a vacuum, can't breathe, blood squish. That is the application of that. You see now that I've said that
So you
application.
control reality.
Bro, God, that I read it earlier today. I was like, this is such.
I touched the air and then
Bro, she just happened to be holding up her hand and just the jet stream.
I can just go, yo, alright, all the air over, I don't know, over Texas.
Cease to exist.
Yeah. And all the Texas just go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro, God, she clocked this brother in the face and then by clotting him and like talking, so you said the person's name. She was like, if you make another move, your heart will cease to exist. You have to blink or breathe. So you dead.
Well, blink.
Dog, you know what I mean? Like, you see.
Oh, that's cray.
The power when you hear it, you're like, okay. In application, your brain then goes, okay.
It's like when I first considered offensive airbending.
Zahir.
Because what Andy is pussy shit.
You're not wrong.
Straight up pussy shit.
You're not wrong.
Fuck you and your pacifist ways, boy, for dead and blood for spill.
That is the way that martial art is based off. I don't remember the name of it. I remember for firebending, the martial art.
Fire Nation wipe out your whole tribe.
Spill
them blood, brother.
Hold on. It's my favorite avatar fact that like everybody overlooked until Reddit hit the board with it. Right? And he's like, I'm a pacifist. I can't. The monks raised me not to kill people. When them did find monk yats, and about 100 man did dead around him. Now about 100 man him did take with him about him dead. Which monk raised you for me? Which pacifist?
Bro, Batman,
shell people.
Batman don't kill people, but Batman destroy buildings with people in it. Batman crash cars.
Accidental.
like,
whoops. Whoops.
I just punched this guy off a building. I didn't kill him.
Dog, I was so happy when Zahir finally did the thing that we've all talked about. And everyone was like, no, dog, that can't work. When the man wraps the air ball around the Earth Queen's head and just yanks the air out of her lungs and suffocate her. I was like,
bro,
yes, dog.
If I was at Airbender, you could do me nothing.
Yes, dog.
Nathan.
Fam. just bro, God. Airbending, I've been saying it for a long time. That you remember when Zahir
was waterbenders with the blood bending?
Alright, the power in waterbending isn't the blood bending like everyone tends to go to. It's the phase shifting ability. Your ability to go from the gaseous form of water to the liquid form of water to the solid form of water and go through all of them. That is the power in water bending.
I don't care.
Blood bending is just nasty sounding. Once a month on the full moon. Once a month on the full moon, dog. Airbending works all the time. You want to cut off a earth bender, you put them in the middle of the ocean. You want to cut off a water bender, you pump in the dry water like them they do with the bee who figured out blood bending.
Water?
Huh?
What's dry water?
I meant dry air. You pump in dry air, like no moisture in the air. Very dry air, so they won't be able to pull anything out of the air. That's what they did for her. For the firebenders, extreme cold. So them have to focus all fire that them have on staying alive. When they go to the boiling rock, they threw all the firebending criminals who acted out into the cooler room. So that's why you did that. There is no way to cut off air. Everybody need it. And I will take it and I'll take it from you. It's the best one. It's the sickest one. But Ang's just pussy.
I would be an earthbend though. I would like to be an earthbend though.
I'd like to be a waterbend.
I would never have to buy furniture.
Just build it.
I just make everything. But man, I'd live in a cave. It'd be the best fucking cave on the planet. You wouldn't even understand how good
I thought about waterbending for all the shit I could do. Bob, furniture.
Yeah.
Practicality.
You know why.
Furniture is expensive. So, like,
yeah, no,
I've been going through some adult revelations recently, folks. And let me tell you, like, everything's expensive. Don't get me wrong, but you see, furniture, dog. I suppose it's an investment that's supposed to last for a very long time, but goddamn, is it an investment up front, dog? Holy shit!
How I explain it? The company have to make the money for you one time.
Yeah, it's no return.
You don't buy like 10 pieces of furniture in your life. You buy maybe like 3
max. One good couch supposed to last a good long time,
like 10-15 years.
I put it this way: the sectional downstairs in the basement, the one that we always power on, my parents bought that before me. So that older than me, and I'm 28. All they've done is just rewrap the fabric.
There you go. And they don't make shit like they used to, kids.
You sound like Miss Inez.
No, your parents said that, or your grandparents said that, and it don't sound real, but it's real. You sound like Miss Inez. It's real. Like real. Like, the furniture you buy at most places is going to be laminate board.
That fiberboard shit.
What we Jamaicans call bagasse board. It's not really bagasse nowadays. It's just laminate. It's chips of wood and glue
That shitty
that they make sheets and then they glue the sheets together.
That fiberboard bullshit.
Yeah.
It's awful, brother, man.
Yeah.
Yo, that being said, you can always tell why for this statement when furniture is made out of real wood. You know what I mean? You can really
cedar
lumber. You can really tell in that. Like at Ojo, shout out to Ends Off. There's a new podcast you guys should Ends Off, you know, in collaboration with Ojo. So when we're there recording, there's a desk them have is a reclaimed wood desk. You could have put that out a door. Body not teeth that.
It's like
you're not lifting that up, bro.
My grandmother has a cutting board that she's had for obviously longer than I've been alive.
Yep.
And it
ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
Ain't going
solid piece of tree stump.
Ain't going.
It's probably guanga, cause guanga tough your fuck. Bro, I
never say it like that.
I tell you know what else is a really hard piece of tree material.
Mahogany?
No, that I have had personal experience with. The one that them smoke meat on. Pimento. You ever try chop a piece of pimento, man?
Yeah.
You don't.
It's very...
You don't cut a piece of dry pimento.
You make splinters. You make the little
thingy
thingies. You know, you have to get... You can't burn the whole big thing. So you get chips. But you're not going to cleanly cut that. That's not a thing. What is it that we used the time when you were making burgers and it was a coal and it was another type of smoking wood? It was pimento wood. Mm-hmm. Pimento wood, too much, like a good amount of pimento wood, you have jerk. Too much, your food tastes
like medicine.
Yeah, it's a weird way and I don't mean medicine like the bad, like cherry mate flavored stuff, like that's awful. And it's not Buckley's. Like the cherry stuff. But yeah, that's what something's wrong with you. But it's distinctly medical. Like I don't know how to say it, dog. It's a very weird flavor.
It's a very strong red herring flavor.
In the bad way.
In a bad way.
Because a nice red herring. Yo, bro, can I tell you though? Red herring.
I need to live in these.
Red herring stain your mouth like pussy and cigarette smoking a dog.
Wow.
What stains your mouth like those three things?
Wow.
What stains your mouth like those three things?
Garlic.
Fair. Yeah, garlic will come out your pores.
Bro,
alright, it's so like we have 4.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
everything else you can wash off your hands.
Your hands are your mouth.
You can
never get that smell.
Wash pussy off of your hands.
Never, no matter how hard you try. Your girl going nose, just don't do it.
Swear.
Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Cigarettes, front, garlic, herring. You cannot get those off of you. This is a fact. Alright? Bed all you want. Go your bed. Wake up next morning and smell your hand. You can still tell.
Vagina. Shout out Kimani.
Shout out to Mantis. Is that them marking you?
Mark. Vagina.
Yeah, we need to have Mantis on one of them episodes. You know, I haven't had like that dog on the pod in a while. He's one of my funniest friends. You know, dog.
Yes.
The man
interpret that in any way you want.
In any which way you want. Like you can the Christine way or the way we meant it. It don't matter. Mantis is one of the funniest people I know. That. Big up yourself, Steen God. If I can ever get those two together in person,
I feel like they'd hit each other.
Did you say hate or hate?
Both of them.
Because Steen would beat him up.
Both of them.
And then Kimani goes and me no fling fist. A gun mission.
We just have to turn the fan on high.
And blow the two.
Calm them down. Settle yourselves, little ones.
Just point it down and stick it to the ground.
Yo, dog, stop rambling, stop rambling. No, bro, you need to calm down. That's not how you deal with these things.
Oh, God. We navigated so far off topic. Oh,
I think we only made it to like 3 of them.
yeah. Before we went off on mad tangents. Okay. A full head of human hair is strong enough to support 12 tons. Huh? Really?
Okay. You ever consider how weird it is that your skin extrudes protein?
Yeah, and then you comb and style it. Yeah. And dye it and change it. Yeah, man.
So fucking strange. The body.
Is that the weirdest thing we do when we get hot? We leak water so it can then evaporate and cause a cooling effect.
Nah. Periods.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
No. All right. Hold on. The vagina itself.
Woman.
I didn't want to go all the way there.
Females?
So I didn't want to go all the way there. So let's just focus on the vagina and the uterus itself, right?
Exception. Right?
It is the most oxymoronic. It does the most oxymoronic thing throughout the month, right?
Prepares
for pregnancy.
Yes.
For most of the month.
Yes. Builds a nice cushy Leo.
While the vagina is a hostile environment for sperm.
To make sure
So you have these 2 units working. One of them up here wants to get pregnant. Other one down here is like, only the strong shall survive. Kill all the rest. And then when it doesn't happen, the one up here gets upset and sheds. And then the 2 of them get mad at you. And then it's a whole process.
I didn't know dogs had periods.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that other animals.
They're a mammal. All mammals.
But I never considered, I never thought about.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd eat until I saw it.
Go to the store and buy pads and tampons.
I didn't think I'd eat until I saw it. I'm gonna be mad honest with you. Like, I have outside dogs, so I never saw the spotting. But I was at someone with an inside dog, and then there was like spot. And then the day after that, the dog had on a diaper, and I was like, oh my god, dogs can see their period.
Never considered it.
Yeah, it's not something you needed to consider.
Other animals reabsorb it.
You thought what?
Other animals reabsorb it. The lining.
Really?
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
Did not know. It's not something you had to consider.
It's not. That's one of those unknown.
Yeah.
You never know that you never know it.
Because you never needed to.
Yeah, but now you know.
But then when you find out, you go, makes sense.
Like if a shark stops swimming, they'll drown.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some. Cockroaches drill their penises into the female to impregnate.
Some. Yes. There's also a type of sea slug.
You mean like drill through the exoskeleton?
Yeah. I think there's a type of sea slug that does penis fencing. They're hermaphroditic. So they fight with the penises.
Yeah.
And the winner gets to stab the other one.
And then the loser gets pregnant,
yeah.
Bro.
Nature. Look, I'm gonna tell you, fuck aliens in outer space. Aliens
Go underwater.
live in the sea.
Go underwater.
Now that shit is crazy.
Cthulhu is based off of squid. Just go under the water if you want to see
Mantis
the real
shrimps
aliens.
are 24 times the colors we can see. Them man, they live in a different world.
Which shrimp is it that punches so
Mantis
fast
shrimp.
and so hard it creates a vacuum underwater?
Mantis.
Very good. Underwater has the aliens. You guys looking out to space?
You have the pistol shrimp that super cavitates. Punches so fast that it creates a hollow in the water.
It punches so fast, it splits the water apart to create nothing, so the water comes back together. That is ridiculous.
And that's what fucks you.
Yeah, the shockwave of the water coming back together in the presence of nothing.
Yeah,
if I said that to you and you didn't know that was real, that don't sound like it come out of anime.
Yeah, motherfuckers ever watch or play Street Fighter? Sonic Boom.
Yeah, it sound like it come out of anime or like a game. You hit so hard, you split the water apart so to create a vacuum that then crashes back on the person. You wrote that on a manga, dog. What from you, sir?
Yeah. No, fuck aliens in outer space, bro. Them under the water. Life as we know it on this planet came out of the water. There's no question about it. If you believe in evolution, life. Speaking of evolution, I read something today. A visible sign of evolution in humans continuing. There are more people being born now with an extra artery in their forearm.
For texting?
Lol. Funny enough, actually, one of the cons, or the main con of having that artery is that you'd be more prone to carpal tunnel syndrome.
Neat.
But the pros are stronger forearm development.
Faster texting.
More blood flow, so...
Faster texting.
Usually you only have it as an infant when you're growing.
So we get better
and
typing.
It goes away over time, but they say more people know there's a higher prevalence of it extended into adulthood.
Everything in my brain telling me is tech related.
I don't know, but whatever it is, evolution is a continual process. Evolution has no end.
Stop. Why would it?
Oof. Wow.
What
baby kick out?
That pizza indigestion. There are different types of rainbows. The rainbow is called a rainbow because it's caused by the reflection of sunlight in the rain.
Yes.
There's also moon bows, dew bows, glory bows.
Glory holes.
Bows. I too heard glory holes. I too heard glory holes.
Oh, my.
The national anthem of Greece has 158 verses.
Sounds like the Greeks.
Who remember
Ruler,
that?
big up yourself if you ever
Who
listen to
remember that?
something there. What you said before that, I was going to say something to you.
The glory bows?
Do you know what a sundog is?
Sundog?
Yes.
No.
It's a really strange name for, you know, I don't think you can see it here. It happens at really high latitudes.
Mm-hmm.
When you see lens flare in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was the reactor, by the way. The Oclo reactor. Yeah, real life lens flare, sundog. You can look that up. And then when there's like ice around the sun, you can get a rainbow in the ice. Well, the ice isn't around the sun.
Self-sustaining nuclear chain reaction has occurred. Yeah,
Crazy.
sunbows, not sundogs, he said.
Sundogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me give you the Google on that one.
The
Pull
hell's
up
a
the Google
sundog?
facts.
Pull up the whole facts. One-way pregnant woman. Oh yeah, I didn't know that's what it was called.
Lens flare in real life.
Yeah. One way, how you can get another way you can get lens flare in real life, and it's a bad sign.
What?
When you're really cold, the liquid on your eye will like start to frost a bit.
Cute.
And you will like street lights, like you're walking and like cars coming on, you will get the full on lens flare. So you have to be blinking a lot to keep it liquid, because it's so cold that shit will freeze up on you. You don't have to be that cold for it to happen. All you need is a wind chill factor.
You need antifreeze.
Built in. All you need, it doesn't need to be cold for that to happen. What you need is the wind, is the moving wind over your eyes.
And there are people who live the coldest settlement on earth. I think the average temperature is negative 40 degrees Celsius.
Why?
The man them have to put a flamethrower on the gas tank.
On the gas tank?
On the diesel tank to warm up the fuel in the truck so it can move through the lines to start up.
No.
There's this town in Russia. Might be the same town I'm talking about, I don't remember. But the people leave their vehicles running all the time, so there's incredibly polluted. Like when they go inside, when they go home in the evening, I was going to say in the night time, it's not dark because it's above the Arctic Circle.
They just leave the vehicles running?
They just leave the vehicle running because if they don't, it will freeze up overnight.
So car theft
That's
is
in
nothing.
the winter.
Car theft is nothing there? Wow.
Where you gonna go?
That's true.
Where you gonna go? Everybody must know everybody in somewhere like that, brother.
Because he should move. One way pregnant women can tell if their water broke is to smell it. Amniotic fluid smells sweet, while urine will smell like pee. That baby smell we talk about, that's because that baby essentially marinated in that sweet smelling amniotic fluid in utero.
Cute.
Bonus weird fact: Montgomery glands are those little white bumps around a woman's areola. They produce an oil to help keep the skin lubricated during nursing. And what does that oil smell like? Amniotic fluid. Amniotic fluid. That also familiar mama scent that helps newborns locate the nipple.
Did you know the ancient Egyptians found a rudimentary way to determine the sex of an unborn child?
How so?
They would have the pregnant woman pee on a gathering of grain. Mm-hmm. Different grain type, oats, barley, whatever grains they were growing at the time, and depending on which one of them sprouted first, that would determine the sex of the child. And it turns out, actually, after doing modern scientific research on it, that depending on the hormones present in the woman, it will indeed influence the germination of some of the seeds, and it actually will give you a correct determination 60% of the time.
6, just barely over half.
No,
Fair
it
enough.
wasn't the gender of the child. That's a lie. It's a pregnancy test. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering how the hormones,
not the pregnancy.
hormones for
Not
baby
the gender.
would be.
Yeah,
Okay,
not the
okay,
gender.
okay.
Pregnancy
Okay.
test.
Pregnancy test.
You
All right.
pee on the grain. If the barley sprout or whatever, you're pregnant. If the oats sprout, you're not pregnant. Whatever it was, 60% success rate. Ancient Egyptians.
In rare instances, gas created due to decomposition of the body after death has enough pressure to cause a decomposing pregnant woman to expel the fetus, known as a coffin birth.
Yep.
What the hell?
Things you didn't need to know.
I didn't need to know that, but holy hell. Ooh, another death thing. They think that one of the, because there are a bunch of different thoughts as to where like the lore of vampirism came from. One thought is that after burial of a person, your skin by your nail, whatever, the cuticle, I guess you'd call it, recedes. So it gives the illusion that your fingernail has grown. So when people would exhume caskets, see the body, and know that the fingernail has grown, it would be as if that person is still alive, and therefore they thought they were undead. And they would then stake them to the casket and then lock it back and then bury them back. So that's an actual practice that like was a thing.
Fun fact, the term "saved by the bell" comes from, back in the times before, like,
come from that show with Screech.
Modern medicine actually could like accurately diagnose death. They couldn't tell the difference between like a coma and death like back then.
Oh shit, yeah, I know this.
So people would be buried alive sometimes, like they'd wake up in the coffin. So well-to-do people would, in order to prevent something like that happening, would have a bell installed, like a string in the coffin and a bell above ground. So if the person woke up, they'd pull the string and the bell would ring. And there was a guy on duty in the cemetery and listening out for these bells, in case one of these corpses woke up. So the term "saved by the bell," if you rang the bell, you were alive in the coffin, someone would come and save you, hence "saved by the bell."
Yeah, I remember when he started saying it. Honey does not spoil.
No.
You could feasibly eat 3,000-year-old honey. It will taste a bit different because honey is like wine. It gets better over the years. If it's 2,000 plus years old, it turns into nectar, and any older, it will turn into ambrosia. Ain't that some Greek god shit?
That bee vomit is fire.
It is though. It is though. The blood from a human erection has enough blood to keep 3 gerbils alive.
Questions you didn't need to ask.
I'll tell you.
To follow this up, bro. How big was this erection?
Why do you know that?
No,
just because you can know it doesn't mean.
How big was this erection?
Throbbing, huge.
No, and the penis,
average 6 inches.
Different penis,
6
different
inches.
Size penises would obviously hold different volumes of blood.
Well, if you're talking about like Lexington Steel and them, man, they could probably resuscitate a baby.
Exactly. So
they could probably resuscitate a baby.
Qualify your results, buddy.
I find the existence of the colossal squid very interesting. Basically, there are 12-meter long squid which dwell in the deep sea. There are very few specimens which have been found, and little is known about them.
Because they live in space.
Yeah.
Underwater space.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure some of this is where like the Kraken concept came from.
What I like is that there's we have squid, we have giant squid, and colossal squid.
Yeah.
So we have tentacruel, and
mega tentacruel.
Mega tentacruel, yeah.
Mega evolution saved us.
I forgot about Mega Evolutions.
Because
that's when Pokemon went
became
to Digimon and I stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped long before that. As far as I'm concerned, original 151, that's it. I don't care about anything after that. Even though I played Ruby and such, original 151, that's it.
I'm getting convinced that scientists are a little convinced with dicks. Dragonflies have a shovel-shaped penis that they can use to scoop out the rival's sperm. Yes. Guess what? So do people.
Yes. So do butterflies. Butterflies actually have claws on theirs.
Ew.
So do cats. That's why cats scream when they're having sex.
It's because the act of the scraping of the cat's female vagina brings her to fertility. Yeah. If you remove all of the empty space from the atoms that make up every human on Earth, the entire world population could fit into an apple.
Even that, dog. Even the fact that nothing is ever really touching anything.
Yeah. There's all.
Like I'm hitting this table, but on a molecular level, I'm not touching.
You're both repelling each other.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever actually touches. And
but I can make noise.
There's a really, 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 really infinitely tiny possibility, but this can happen where you just vibrations perfectly sync up and you phase through. Very tiny possibility, but it's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? Some flashpoint shit. Beer, wine,
the right frequency, straight through the table.
Oh yeah, beer, wine, bread, and cheese are all examples of controlled spoilage. Yeah, especially cheese.
Yeah, that's because this is my niche here, food. Before refrigeration, people had to find ways to store food over long periods of time in between where there was no fresh food available. Winter. So they were like, yo, the shit going to spoil anyway, so let's control how it spoils into an edible fashion.
Oh God, I shouldn't have laughed at
so
this.
Cheese is literally rotten milk. Like, you put the milk down long enough, it will become cheese. And even one of my favorite cheese, this French blue cheese called Roquefort.
Love it.
Roquefort was created in a cave. Apparently some guy had cheese in his pocket, was eating it in the cave, left it in the cave, came back, saw it was moldy, ate a piece of the molded cheese. I was like, this shit fire. Boom. Roquefort cheese was born from the bacteria found in that cave. Butter is spoiled milk. Again. You have alcohol, like beer, as
wine.
you said, is fermented. Beer and wine is fermented fruit
It's
and
spoiled
grain.
fruit.
That's fermentation is spoilage, just controlled. So we're just like, but once you do that spoilage, it becomes inhospitable for bacteria that spoils food.
So it won't spoil
lasts
further.
long enough.
Yeah.
And back then, because to make beer, they had to boil the mash. It was safer to drink beer than water because at least the beer was boiled at some point.
Water would get stale, and stale water breeds bacteria, and
especially well water in the middle of the town.
oh God, well water would have microbes, not microbes.
Giardia.
There you go, microorganisms in it that would make you really, really sick. So it was easier to consume wine over long distances because you could store that. Alcohol will kill the shit for you. The one I was laughing at, I said I shouldn't have laughed at. A supersonic jet once broke the sound barrier over a field of turkeys. The sonic boom gave the turkeys a heart attack, killing all of them.
Understandable.
Fair.
Turkeys are so stupid that they have been known to drown when the rain falls because they look up at the sky with their mouth open. And that's a true fact that you can look up.
You know what's an animal
Fun
fact?
turkey fact. Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird of America.
That would have fit though. That would have fit. Minks, the one animals you get the nice coats, and well, I shouldn't say nice coats because you don't kill animals. Because you guys know what I mean. The minks that fall that shit.
You don't kill animals.
I do.
Just do it like ethically.
It's pretty wild to kill minks for coats because they're really small. Like you gotta kill a lot for a coat. You know what I mean? You gotta kill a lot for a coat. But minks, they have a stress response. Not pregnant, mother minks, where like any form of stress, their first response is just off the kids. Like better you off them than like you get them. And there are a couple animals that this is the first response. The first response to signs of stress, kill all the babies. Why is that your first response, my guy?
Self-preservation, bro.
Quackers?
Yeah.
They'll toss the baby at predators.
Yeah.
And they
This is what you want.
I joke. They won't actually toss the baby at predators, but they'll like literally just like jiggle them out and then run left them.
This is what you want.
Little me, run away. I can
make another one.
In the words of Omni-Man, what's another kid? 17 more years. Yo, Omni-Man had Black Air Force energy differently in it. Oh gosh, Omni-Man and Aaron, new season Aaron, Black Air Force energy.
That's what show is that?
Invincible or Attack on Titan?
Oh, both of them. What's that show with the guy, the animated one with the evil Superman who was killing the whole planet because I never like it again? It was on Netflix. Everyone liked it.
Killing the whole planet can never like it again.
Yeah.
You sure you
don't?
It's
like humans are waste.
So that sound like
and was beating him son. Omni-Man.
That's Invincible. It's not that him never liked them again. Omni-Man was.
He was sent to take over the planet,
there was,
but like on a long-term sleeper mission.
Yeah, they live for like thousands of years. So 20 years is like 6 months to him. him did come to them like, oh, we're Kryptonians, you know, like we have all these the great medical whatever, and we're gonna help you. But really and truly, they're Saiyans. Like, dog, we're here to
take over.
Take this shit and sell it. You know what I'm saying? And then you should go watch Invincible, guys. Invincible is great, especially that train scene. That's awful.
But yeah, humans suck. We're destroying the planet.
Is this our wrapping up note?
Yeah, recycling is a scam.
Hold on. One last thing before we wrap up, because I wanted to talk about this. And don't worry, we won't spend more than 10 minutes on this. Love Queen has to have the best good in the history of ever. Love Queen has to have the best good in the history of
I have enough anecdotal proof.
You guys should go watch You.
That the crazier the girl, the better the gooch. Well, the cooch. Based on watching the last season of You,
she has to have it has to be God level.
Her vagina is immaculate.
Spoilers for You season 3.
Out of this world, out of this galaxy.
Spoilers for You season 3 from here to the rest of the pod. So if you guys don't want spoilers, thank you for staying around. If you're watching on YouTube, just go ahead and hit that like. Thank you guys. All right, bro, God. Episode 1 of 10. She kills Muddy.
Yeah. Whacked a bitch.
With an axe.
Because her husband don't want to fuck the bitch.
I mean,
can't fuck a dead bitch.
Dog. Is when the man did say like, yo, love's gonna kill you.
I was just amazed.
The minute a girl like him, man looks at the girl and go, oh, my wife's gonna kill you. And normally that's just like a saying.
That's true.
No, she will.
I was just amazed that both of them anytime there's a problem, all right, let's just kill them.
By the way, we're not absolving Joe. They're both horribly broken individuals.
They're both, but love is just.
I think they deserve each other. Bob gave me a dirty look when I said it.
Joe is trying.
I think they deserve each other.
Joe is trying to. What's the word I'm looking for? He's trying to be better. Not that he can ever be, because he's a murderer.
Yeah,
he's trying to be better. Love fucking sick in her fucking skull.
The two of them sick in them head.
That's what she get.
Joe deludes himself into thinking he is trying to be better, but he's just as sick in the head.
It's okay.
Love just happens to be more impulsive. Team Joe? Nah, dog. Team gay couple with the kid.
Yo.
I knew the dude as the blind dude. Bob only knows it. Bob only knows him as the gay couple.
The whole show was like,
the gays.
Him going to get him to the gays.
And I'm there dead in the laugh. I'm like, dog. His
first
first character introduction was that he works at the library and he's blind. Bob completely skipped that part. He just like the gays.
No, yeah.
And it was just really funny because I can imagine.
Are out murdering. Where's the baby? Oh, the gays are watching the baby.
It's just funny because I can imagine.
It's just my identifying feature.
It's not wrong. It's and you're not being derogatory or nothing, but I can just imagine
the gays.
That same like. Where is she? Always over with the colored folk. It's the same energy, dog. Like we don't say that anymore.
Where's Betsy? She crossed the street with them blacks.
Yeah, fuck up that song.
Excuse me, son. That's their name. Their last name is Black. John Black. His wife Nancy Black. It's like, oh, because we can't say that anymore. Now we say coloreds. So she across the street with them colored folk.
The ending of before we get to the ending, the young kid next door, the college kid who fell in love with her, and they had a intimate relationship one time, and then she was like using him for the rest of the time. He's the only person in the show I feel bad for.
I don't.
Him did young dumb and full of come.
Fucking simp.
That's what I said.
Fucking simp.
And the young dumb and full of come. Him should have leave the married woman alone.
Yeah.
We are bad on married woman for.
Guys.
You're lucky she didn't kill you.
Guys.
I still feel bad for him.
Put it this way.
He didn't kill anyone.
Can you give me one example in history where messing with the married woman worked out for the young man?
I'm pretty sure if I Google, I probably could. But it's not the norm.
Exactly.
It's not the norm.
Don't do it.
Joe wasn't even mad that he slept with his wife. Joe was just like, yo, thank God. Because, of course,
Joe
is obsessive.
The B said to him, yo, the marriage I get lame, make we have a threesome or RG or something.
And the man say, yo, it's my ticket out.
And my dog said, Bumbleclot.
My ticket out.
If we do this and it don't go good, she go on left me so I can go fuck my next girl and no feel no way. Boom, I do it. It's like, yo, this motherfucker.
He's a nasty, grimy nigga, you know. Joe,
And then like afterwards when it ended up backfiring and he was like, fuck, I think my plan backfired. I was like, yeah, no shit, my guy.
Doug, how did she knows him too well? Because like another woman is riding him off and you look at his face and she was into it and she was doing the thing them, you know.
So, your eyes closed, that means you're not thinking about me.
But you could tell that this brother was thinking about somebody. There's another woman on top of him right now. But you can tell that him not thinking about either one or uno. Where did he get that power from?
That bitch crazy.
No, she's amazing.
Anyway, big up, guys.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the pod, for listening to this episode of the pod. It is pretty late, like it's 1:30. Shout out to Boom Drive Physics for the intro and outro song. Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence. YouTubebright.com, promo code BAM10, 10% off anything you have ordered. Epidemic Sound, link below. There is a new campaign going on, so if you click on that link, you directly help out the show and help out the pod. Thanks to Bobby B, the co-host, as always. Thank you guys for listening. Remember to comment below, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you for being here. Dropping bombs on your moms.
It's really late. Fuck car alarms.